Hello, and welcome to this week's Oracle reading for March 13th through to 19th. I almost put us right back in February again, but we're not. It is March 13th to 19th, 2017. I'm having my own personal little giggle here today. I'm actually going to be going out with some people today to do a crystal show, and not surprising at all. when a deck came forward today. It is a Crystal Oracle deck today, and this is by Tony Solreno. We've used him for a couple of other decks before, and I believe we've used this deck as well. I typically don't use crystal decks because crystals like to work very personally, one-on-one with whomever they're working with. And each crystal, although they have common healing properties, each crystal has its own unique special gifts. So we're going to give it a try, see how it works out for a weekly reading, just because I think crystal energy is very high vibrational today, and see what we come up with. So there's our first card. We have two, and we just need one more. There we go. So they're pointing out just a message for me to reiterate really quickly. Crystals give you guidance from the earth, so they just wanted me to add that. So for Monday, and I am going to be just as surprised as you are, this is beryl. So now I have never worked with this particular crystal before. It is a green crystal. Green crystals are usually pretty good for accelerating healing. They open up the heart chakra. But I am going to look up the specific meaning of this one because I have not actually encountered it before. So we are exploring this together. I'm just hoping that the book is in alphabetical order here for us. Resolution, stress reduction, and potential new possibilities. So this is a good crystal, and even if you don't have this crystal, remember that crystal energy is not something that's necessarily stationary. You can call upon the energy of beryl to you if you don't have access to the crystal itself. So any ongoing problem, dilemma will soon be resolved in an unexpected way. As a consequence, your stress levels and anxiety will dissipate. What a horrible consequence that is, right? Through this, exciting new pathways open and you will discover new possibilities for your life. So that's a fantastic start to the week, and we are welcoming of that crystal energy. Let's see what we have for the middle of the week. This is a stone that I have worked with and familiar with, red jasper. This is one of the more common stones that you can come across, and it is really wonderful to work with. But again, I'm going to refer to Tony's messaging because he has done a lot of insight in individual stones. So red jasper, I'm just going to find it here in his guidebook. My pages seem to be sticking together. Just bear with me for a moment. It could be because I'm looking in the wrong place. Talking about life's little hiccups, I'm looking in the wrong spot. Nature, care, protection, and energy. Life force. So you may soon find yourself drawn into a situation in which you feel compelled to care for and protect someone who is in need of help. This may be a person or a pet, and don't forget it can also be the planet. The planet has been asking for our help for quite some time now, and increasingly her cries are going unheard in a lot of areas. So this person may be just suffering from trauma or anxiety and depression. Your love, attention will help them heal, and simultaneously, you will subconsciously heal an aspect of yourself. Anytime you give something, there's that energy that is drawn back to you. So anytime you give love, compassion, empathy, insight, nurture, that does come back to you and it heals you in some way as well. So we're going to move right along. And this one is moldenite. Moldenite. So that again is a stone that I'm not familiar with, but it looks really beautiful. It's got sort of a very similar look to pyrite. It's got sort of like a coppery, sort of a golden coppery color to it. So we'll find this one in our guidebook, and a message from the stars. How beautiful is that? So the universe is certainly going to be speaking to you next weekend. Your life is always held in perfect equilibrium. Remember, there is balance. You don't have to stress life as much as we do or make it as complicated as we do. By the divine natural order that exists within all creation. Believing that you have somehow failed or made the wrong decision or choice is simply an illusion. So stop being so hard on yourself. There is nothing you need to change or fix within your life apart from sometimes unbalanced perceptions, mainly your self criticism. Know that you are always worthy of love and you are eternally blessed. Start to accept all of who you are as you are, and you will see life magically and lovingly transform. All is in perfect order. And that is so true. We're living in a world right now where we are constantly trying to fulfill a need, a void. We're trying to gain more assertion, self value. And what we really need to do is just see ourselves in our truth, see ourselves for our gifts, minus the comparison, minus everything else, because everything we need, the earth has already provided for us a long time ago. We just need to get back to those roots and back to those loving nature. So that is your reading for this week. Something a little mixed up, a little different. Hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you next week. Wishing you a week of love, light, and if you can, a few crystals.